you're building.
Yeah. Okay. So your question was, how much time should I be devoting to marketing versus service providing? Oh man, this is one of those big it depends things. So let me just lay out some of the criteria I think we can all use on this. The first thing that comes to me is it sort of depends on, part of it is how much money do you have in the bank? I mean, I would say, in the beginning, you might want to spend a bit more time marketing because nobody knows who you are. So you're just getting the word out. So you might be spending a lot of time marketing and not much time doing the work in the beginning just to prime the pump. But let's just imagine that it's down over time and time providing the service going up. Till ultimately, genuinely, you're spending no time on marketing and all the time on service providing. You say, but Ted, what do you mean no time on marketing? I mean, just it's all word of mouth. We all know what businesses like this. They're restaurants, they don't spend money on marketing. They just have such a reputation. They always have a lineup out the door. Now, there may come a time where other restaurants come in, snatch their business, and they got to put some more effort into marketing. But I've certainly heard of many people where they just have a full practice. You can't get in to see them. And it's all through word of mouth. So that's the goal. No time in marketing, all the time in service provider. If you have the service, all the time doing the thing. And there's another reason for that. And you can all check this out if you go to my YouTube channel. There's I've got playlists there. One of them is on word of mouth marketing, and there's a ton of videos there. But ultimately, this is how marketing works. At the end of the day, the most reliable thing is word of mouth. And where does word of mouth come from? Word of mouth ultimately comes from you do a great job with people. Word of mouth comes from you get really good results for people. That's where the business comes from in the long term. But in the beginning, A, maybe your results aren't as stellar because you're just starting out. And B, you're not working with enough people. And it also takes time, again, to get a critical enough mass of the work out there that it's coming back to you really easily. So in the beginning, more on the marketing and ultimately less. And then still, I love marketing, but let's just be real. We want to spend as little time marketing as possible. We'd rather just be doing the work. Me too. So then we want to be as strategic as possible with the marketing. And what'll happen for some people is they never get the basics down. Yeah. They've not figured out their niche. They don't have their point of view. They've got a terrible business model and they don't have any hubs. And then they just feel like they're flushing money down the toilet with their marketing. It never seems to amount to anything. It's just a lot, sound and fury signifying nothing. And so we don't want that. So we want to minimize the amount of time we have to spend in marketing. And the way we do that is we get very, very clear. I mean, first of all, you find a way to market that feels good. That's what I mean by ethics. Second, you get very clear on your niche, as clear as you can. And that itself takes time. So that's just something to know. When you're in the first few years, there's going to be a bunch of experimenting. That's really part of it. It's frustrating, but it's how it is. But you get as clear as you can about your niche. Then you really hone your point of view, your perspective, your understanding of things, and because that's so much of your marketing. Then you have a business model that is as profitable as possible, because you could have everything else right, but you'd have the business model wrong, and then you just never have enough clients, and you're always needing to add new things, and eventually you burn out. And then you get the hubs, because again, you could have everything right. You could have a clear niche, point of view, business model, but nobody knows about you. And so the hubs and this hub marketing is the way we do that. So it's really, part of it is time, part of it is how much money do you have in the bank? Because sometimes if you have a lot of savings, you can afford to just spend time marketing, building the relationships, laying those foundations before a big launch. And if you don't, you may just have to hustle and spend more time than money. So those are some initial thoughts.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome, Oliver. We'll see you on Salt Spring.
Looking forward to it.